Why hello there people from the internet, and welcome back to some Battlefield 6. Now this is it, it's been released, and for those of you that have been playing it and enjoying it, it's time for you to go and get your grind on, because there's a lot of grinding to be done. Now for those of you that have not been playing and you're thinking, okay, what's it all about, how does it work, what's the in and out from the beta? Well, it's a lot of changes. I mean, they've posted like about 200 changes they've done, but we'll just go over the couple that they really make an impact on the game, and I think those are the ones that you should keep an eye out to see how they develop over the year to come and the years to come, because obviously with being day one and obviously a lot of the things that you expect it to be, sort of desync and everybody's trying to get into the server and lag and all that, obviously that's going to happen because it's day one and you've got 500,000 people trying to get in and have a bit of fun with the game, so that's understandable that's going to happen. But what about the changes? Well, there's been about 200 changes. I think there was a list. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's quite a lot of them, but they've obviously they've nerfed the shotgun. As you can see, it's not as good as it used to be anymore. However, I have unlocked slugs at this stage and it's still as good, so I'm going to be using the shit out of that just because it's fun. Movement has been nerfed quite a lot. It's not near as responsive as it used to be, and my sensitivity, I think it was around 5 to 6 in the beta. Now it's about 12, just to make it sort of feel a little bit like that, just to save them boys from the skippy Call of Duty no 360 no scopy and all that sort of stuff. A lot of nerfs have been sort of applied to the weapons. Well, not a nerf, I would say, just the recoil has been sort of managed a bit better, and you do sort of it pays for you to sort of tap fire at ranges. If you keep on blasting on full auto, your aim's going to go all over the place and you're not going to be as efficient as you thought you might be, or as you were in the beta days. Now what about maps? What about tanks? What about, well, the tanks, I gotta say, the MBTs, which is the main battle tanks, are absolute garbage. They're just no bueno, man. The lighter vehicles, the IFV and the helicopters, well, the IFV, yeah, they're sort of funnish to play, manageable, decent, I would say. Helis, they've definitely gotten an improvement in the handling department, so you can handle them a little bit better. They're still a little bit OP versus infantry and vehicles and things like that. Same with the jets. They are a little bit OP when it comes to shooting at tanks and anything that's sort of on the ground. As for the maps, yeah, they are kind of small. I mean, apart from Operation Firestorm and sort of Merak Valley, which is a bigger map, the rest of them, it's pretty much the same that you've seen before. There is one or two other maps that are sort of slightly bigger, but nothing too fancy. Nothing, I would say, sort of battlefield-ish, battlefield-y way, if you know what I mean. So nothing too big, not the mayhem that you've been sort of wanting and expecting yet. Obviously more maps are going to come in the first DLC, season, patch, pass, whatever that's called. Yes, there's going to be more stuff coming in, but for now that's pretty much it. There isn't really a lot of things for you to do in the game apart from just unlocking all your stuff, which are kind of locked behind some weird things, like the assault beacon is on assault. Why would you do that to recon, bro? Let the recon, man. The recon doesn't really get quite a lot of things. I mean, they get that little gadget, that drone, that I'll just call it the MAV, because I've forgotten what it's called. But the recon should recon, that's all I'm saying. What about performance, FPS, crashing, things like that? Nope, none whatsoever. It's been smooth sailing, as I expected it to be, and I was quite pleased when I didn't really have any problems, apart from the sort of beginning when I mentioned that you do have a few problems here and there, but that's pretty much it. Now, there are some weapons and some things like that that are locked behind all sorts of weird assignments that you need to do, and getting the spawn beacon, as I mentioned, for the assault was a pain in the ass because you have to get to level 20 first, and then you can actually start to unlock it by injecting yourself with that morphine injector thing that the assault has every single time you get a kill for 30 kills. Now, believe you me, that thing only lasts for about 3, 4, 5 seconds at best. And before you run into somebody, you always have to press X in order for you to get the Berserker medal, in order for you to unlock it. So that's, like I said, that's a pain in the ass. I'm glad it's done and I don't have to do that again. There are a couple of weapons that are locked behind a level gap, as it were. So once you get to level 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, you'll get to unlock more weapons, and then obviously you need to play with them quite a lot in order for you to unlock your favorite attachments. I noticed I've been playing with the shotgun quite a bit. I just wanted to test it out just to see if it's still as good as it was in the beta. Obviously the buckshot ain't. The flechette I haven't tried yet, but I gotta say the slugs are still on point. But I have noticed that if I want to get a suppressor for it, which made it really fun because you're nice and quiet and nobody can spot you on the mini-map once you go behind the enemy lines with a beacon, if that's going to be the case now, that's locked at an 18, sort of mastery rank 18 on a shotgun to get your first suppressor. So yeah, that's going to be a while before you get to that. Mind you, I think I'm already at level 14, so I'm getting there. While there is a lot more things that we'll talk about gradually as we post more videos and we'll play more and unlock more things, I gotta be honest, I mean, there isn't anything special about Battlefield 6. There's no grand revolution that we had on Battlefield 4. We had Parasol Storm, you had the Shanghai Tower, you had the Lankan Dam, you had the madness of Battlefield 3 with the Damavand Peak jumps, and you have those moments that remind you about a game. There isn't any of that in Battlefield 6 yet, but what does Battlefield 6 have is something that you're familiar with, something that you've been away at school, at your granny's, away on holiday, and when you come back home, you know everything's alright. And that's what Battlefield 6 feels like. It just feels like coming back home. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know some of your thoughts by posting a comment, and I'll leave you with this. It's always nice getting the transport heli, but getting the helicopter afterwards makes it even sweeter.